Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this afternoon's promotional ceremony. First off, thank you so much, Mayor, for being here. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for support of the men and women of the Minneapolis Police Department. Thank you, Commissioner Barnett, also for your presence and your support of our officers. Also want to acknowledge our federal law enforcement leaders that are here. Thank you for your presence with us as well. Certainly with the challenges that we face, our federal law enforcement, our park police, state and county partners, we cannot do some very basic things, what's right for what's needed for our city without your help and your leadership. So thank you so much for your commitment to our residents. Also have to pause and recognize the family members that are here with us today. Thank you so much for allowing your loved ones to serve with us. And thank you for serving alongside them. Thank you for also making sacrifices, as we too often have to go to work at times that are not convenient, where we often miss special events, holidays, and family gatherings that we will never get back. So thank you so much for stepping in and serving on our behalf while we are here serving the people of the city. As the police chief in Minneapolis today, I do believe I have the greatest job in the world, and I'm incredibly thankful to be here and to serve the men and women who wear this uniform with me. I care very deeply about our cops, and I know it's because of the hard work that all of our people are making, our civilian leadership, our civilian staff, our sworn members. We're finally turning a corner, along with our partners in law enforcement, along with our community-based partners. We're making tremendous progress in reducing the epidemic that we've seen of violence and crime, and rebuilding that reservoir of trust with our residents. I know that because literally every day, whether I'm in uniform, whether I'm off duty, around town, in the gym, people are constantly coming up to me to say thank you. That's because of the work that our cops are doing. That's because of the leadership that we have in this agency. That's because of the commitment and the dedication to this work of our people. So I know our cops so often don't see that because they're spending all day call to call, going to see folks in their worst moments at times, but please know that there's an overwhelming majority, there's over 400,000 residents here who very deeply appreciate, and they see what you're doing and want to say thank you. You all have been working extremely hard to get to this point, to earn these promotions, and we need that level of passion to continue as you all begin and step up in these new positions to help rebuild our department. What I ask of you is the same of what I ask of every one of our brothers and sisters in uniform. We need you to step up and be a leader, regardless of your rank, regardless of your title, regardless of whether you're sworn in civilian. Leadership is not a noun, it is a verb. Leadership is a thing that some people do some of the time, regardless of whether it's popular or convenient. Leaders must be present, especially when things are difficult, and they must be supportive of their people. And that means you can't always tell your officers, you can't always tell your staff what they want to hear. You have to tell them what they need to hear. Your positions come with great authority, and it's an undeniable power that you all have over the culture of this police department. Police departments either have a culture by default, or they have a culture that is cultivated by design. Cultivating culture starts with me as the police chief, but the responsibility to do so belongs to every member in our agency. But its success hinges on each of you. Every time you speak, every time you tell a joke, every time you send an email, you interact with someone, every time you make a decision or fail to make a decision, you are shaping the culture of the Minneapolis Police Department. And as an agency, we will only be as good as our worst supervisor. This group we are promoting today is an incredibly talented group of individuals. We need them. We need good people to step up and exercise leadership in very difficult and challenging times. We need good people with courage and with values to stand up for what's right and to carry out what is required by our oaths. Because most people, not only are they not trained to do so, they're simply not capable of doing what you all do. Never underestimate the power of your positions. You're in the most critical positions in this agency, especially our sergeants. You have the ability to affect the morale of this department. You have the ability to stop a destructive mindset before it spreads to other employees. You have the ability to intervene and help a brother or sister and get them the wellness they need and get their careers back on track. One of the most important jobs of a leader is to provide the why. So when you talk to your cops, make sure you communicate in ways that are clear and simple as possible so that everyone understands what the mission is and knows how to do it according to plan. But as Mike Tyson says, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. And in this job, we get punched in the face. It's not like others. So in our business, make sure you know that when plans fall apart, fall back on that why. Fall back on your purpose, because your purpose never changes. Our purpose is explained in the morals and values and ethics of our agency, but they need to be more than some fancy script on a wall at the academy. It needs to be enforced at the line level. And as a boss, make your lives easier and turn your cops into officers who hold each other accountable before it gets to you. That happens when a culture exists in a police department where officers truly have each other's back. And you know it's there when you hear things like, hey man, that's enough, I got this. Or, we don't do that, or we don't say that here. Or, hey man, I don't ever want to hear you say that again. That's when you know that culture exists. And it makes your jobs that much easier. Trust and believe, big incidents, big problems in policing started with something that most people just looked the other way and figured, well, it'll get better on its own. So remember, as a boss, you encourage what you tolerate. Remember, your role is not to provide the cops what they want, but it's to get them what they need. So maintain high standards in the finest traditions of this agency. And lastly, be decisive. Lord knows we cannot have indecision. Make decisions that are based on our values, even if you're unsure what the correct answer is, because sometimes there isn't a perfect answer. If you later learn it didn't work out, correct it and move forward. These jobs, these positions that you are stepping into, this responsibility is a tall order. But I know our cops, I know our civilian staff, and I know they are some of the best in this country today. And I am confident you all are up to the task of rising to this occasion. So from me to you sincerely, thank you for accepting this responsibility. Congratulations on all of your promotions. Thank you for all you do for our cops, for our community, and thank you for answering the call of leadership in one of the most difficult times, one of the most difficult places to do so in our profession. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the future leaders of our department. These remarkable individuals are committed to ensuring the safety of all people in our city. They are committed to rebuilding the MPD in what will be the greatest comeback story in policing in America today. Each and every one of these leaders has excelled in their assignments and distinguished themselves in their achievement in our very noble profession. They have earned this moment. It is rightfully theirs as they ascend through the ranks and they rise to meet the new challenges ahead of them. So congratulations to you all and good luck.